All right, part two of our video editing. With this video, we will work on goal two, detach or mute audio, and using the special effects. Before I go to do that, I have checked everyone who has turned in part one, and you did a really good job of being under 5. We have maybe 10-ish people whose videos are less than 2 minutes. You're going to need more. 2 minutes, you're not going to be able to do a lot of the other features, and you need to be able to do that. So if your video is under 2 minutes, maybe using one of these special effects will help increase it, but maybe you cut out too much. Maybe you have parts of creating the recipe that you didn't record that you could go record. Maybe you could be more detailed with some of the steps, but you definitely need some more video footage. Okay, with that said, let's go learn these goals. Detach or mute audio, we'll start there. In the beginning here, there was a spot where I was talking, and then I made, Paul dumped ingredients out of a package and it made a big old crunky sound. So I just need to get rid of that audio and mute it.
He's in the Krull kitchen. Here's my recipe. Are all.
Did you hear that big old crunch? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pick this clip. And I'm going to go up to modify. I'm going to say to detach my audio because I do need a part of it. And then I can figure out in here without getting rid of the video where that crunch was.
He's in the Krull kitchen. Here's my recipe. Are all.
Oh, it might have been at the beginning of this one. We'll try that again. So I'll modify detach audio. Take it towards the beginning.
Are all. No, it's okay. And here are all.
There we go, right there. So all I have to do is come down here, and now I can split that audio. Better get in the right spot. Try that again.
Are all. No, it's okay. And here are.
I moved it again. Okay. I'm going to go up to modify, and I can split that clip. And now it just split my audio into 2 pieces. And so I'm going to take the piece that had the crunchy sound of that package and just delete it. And yet the rest of the videos can stay attached and you can still hear me talk.
Already laid out, ready to go. And I have my own chef in my kitchen.
So if you have spots that you need to detach the audio, you can do that. Oh, there also might be areas that you just want to mute the audio because maybe you want to put titles over it instead of talking. There is a spot towards, we'll listen to the end because I know it's in there.
Getting to the end. Nobody wants to eat your clean up your mess. When the cookies come out, we'll let them cool just a little bit, 3-4 minutes. Then we'll put them onto these handy dandy cooling racks so they can cool all the way. Again, people bought me nice things. You don't have a cooling rack? Put a sheet of newspaper on and just lay them on the newspaper on the counter. So we'll reset the clock.
Okay, so those parts we were just too detailed and took too long to explain. So I'm just going to mute the audio here and I'm just going to use titles and captions on top of it to explain what we're doing there. Plus his voice got really quiet. So I'm going to pick this clip and go to modify. And I'm just going to say mute audio. And now I'm still there. And I'm going to clean that up a little. I don't need all of that there. Modify split clip. Get rid of that piece. So there's him showing what to do. He's talking about his cooling racks. And then we're going to go get the stuff from the oven. So I'm going to split there because I don't need that. I can just put a clip in. And that'll be enough to explain that part. And then this is, we need to get to the end where he shows us how to test them right there. Split that clip. And I don't need the part in between because I can just write a caption. And now he's going to show us how to test them. Oh, not yet. Okay. Now he's showing us how to test them. There we go. Okay. So that is how you detach or how you mute audio. What was our other goal? Using the special effects. Let me pause here for just a moment. Okay. So here under Modify, you will find a lot of special effects. You had fade to black and white, sepia, dream, slow motion, fast forward, instant replay, which means it'll play the segment that you just played again. And you can instant replay at the same speed, at half the speed, at a quarter of speed, at 10% of the speed. Rewind, so it will back up and play that part again. You can have a freeze frame. You also, after you play with all of this and go, ugh, I don't like what I picked, you can pick a clip and just reset it and try again. So I happen to like where Paul dumps in the orange slices. I don't know why, I just thought that was cute. However, he takes forever to show us all the ingredients. I mean, it's okay, you had to show all the ingredients, but I'm still at 8 minutes. I know I was down under 5 when you watched the last video. That's because I cut out way too much stuff. And so now some of you had the same problem, so I have put them back in because I need those steps. But I don't need to take 10 minutes to show you how to put these ingredients in. So I'm going to take this frame and I'm just going to fast forward it. I'm going to tell it to go twice as fast. And I'm just going to watch that. Okay, that still kind of takes a while. Let's try again. Let's fast forward 4 times. Obviously, I'm going to detach the audio. Just out of curiosity, what is 8 times? Hey, that's really quite a very good speed. Perfect. So I'm going to leave that at 8 times. And I'm going to go detach the audio. And then I'm just going to click on that audio. I'm just going to delete it. That's another way that you can get rid of audio. And then there's another place where he puts in more ingredients, and I'm going to speed that up too. Where was that at? I think it's in this next clip. Okay, I want to show how to beat the egg because that's important, so I'm going to split that out separately.
Just 2 eggs well beaten, which means since they wasted the ink to tell you to beat the egg, they actually want you to beat it.
Okay, he takes a moment to get that all organized. See if I can get it right back there. There we go. Split clip. We don't need those 18 seconds of getting organized. Using my arrow on my keyboard to back up if you just need to back up a little bit. It's really hard to get right back in the right spot. Oh yeah, move this over. I almost forgot that because I had it down on the edge so I could take my picture. If you move it back to the middle, or at least 3/4, then it makes it easier to get in your clip and know where you're going. See, now I can actually physically see where I want to fast forward there. Oh, he's done beating the egg. Backing up, backing up, backing up. Still beating the egg. There we go. Modify, split clip. All right. And we'll get that all done, and he's dumped it in, and I'll split the clip right there. And then I'm going to take this whole next section of more directions, and I'm going to fast forward. Do 8 again. Okay. Then I'm going to go small so I can see everything, and I can go back big again. Looking at those other cool modify features and all those other things that you can do, I want to show you the very end where you can use some of those black and white, sepia, dream kind of things. We put cookies in the oven. So here we are. He's got all the cookies on there, and it's about to go in the oven. So at the very end of this clip, I'm going to tell it to fade into that dream because we're going to just be dreaming about the yummy cookies. Check that out. That dreamy was not nearly as cool. All right, first of all, I don't need to show you setting the timer. I'm just going to get rid of that clip. And my fade to spot, it's that little piece right there, that little extra that it put in. So I'll just delete that, and now my fade is gone. So just out of curiosity, what does it look like if I do the black and white or sepia look? Let's fade the very end of this. Make it a little bit bigger so I can get to the very end. Let's fade instead to black and white. I will let you play with those features because you might find a spot that you really like it. Flash and freeze frame, that's a fun. If you have a spot that you just want to show again, pick it, flash, freeze and frame. Do that kind of idea. Play with all the different ones. Slow-mo, I put slow-mo on when he was pouring in the orange slices into the bowl. It was pretty cool. but it made my video too long and I decided I like the fast forwards better. But those are the things that you're going to play with. Remember your goals today: detach and mute audio as needed. It's not required, it's as needed. Using special effects. I do expect you to use at least one, if not two, let's say two, special effects somewhere in your video. Because to be honest, you're making a video to entertain people, to teach them how to make your recipe, but also to be entertaining. So find two special effects that make your video better. How to turn it in. Once again, get this down as far as you can so that I can see all of it and I can still see your time. Shift Command 4, click, drag. Notice I'm getting the time in. Notice I've got from beginning to end. And for those of you who, even when you go way down here, it's too long, that's okay. Take 2 screenshots, turn both of them in. All right, get this done for next class period.